Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and as you can see, I'm here in the garage, and we're about to replace a pump in the Esteem E600 heated extractor. And I just, for those of you who might have one of these machines and may have to address any issues such as what I ended up with the pump, which is right here. I actually pulled the pump apart when I pulled it out, and I'll show you how I did that in a sec. I couldn't find anything wrong with the diaphragm, so I think the actual motor itself was failing. It was just slowing down and whatever. So here's the new pump, all ready to go. I got this from Safety Express out of Calgary. They sent it away like right away. It was like $400 or so delivered. Only took 2 days to get here, so that was wonderful. Now, when I first opened this thing up, or tried to, I couldn't figure out how to get at the pump because of the way this thing's put together, and I didn't know how I was going to get in there. And then I phoned one of my suppliers back east. I talked to the repair guy back there, and he told me, oh, there's a little trick. Of course there is. And the trick is that we have to take this tank off, which isn't obvious how it comes off, but when you realize how simple it is, it is simple. It's this thing right here. And this is up in the front of the tank up here. You can't see where it goes. There's a little hole there, and it threads in there. And then to get it off, it was on there pretty tight, so I was able to get my slip lock pliers on there. And to do that, I actually removed this, which is actually pretty easy to pull out. You just unscrew the pipe here, and then when I go put it back together, there was some silicone here which I already took off, so I'll be putting a bit of silicone on there to make sure we don't get a leak. And the other thing that you want to be careful, I would recommend, when you put this thing back together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some grease on here, and I'll be putting a little bit of silicone on here as well to make sure that, because over time you'll get corrosion in there, and it could be really hard to get it off of there. You don't want to have that problem. So I'll be putting some grease in there to, if I ever have to pull this thing apart again, make it easier. And then now when you take the tank off, the vacuum motor comes off with it, as you'll see in a sec. And there's a connection that you want to disconnect, the quick connect or whatever, and then the tank just will lift off, just like that. And here's the connection for the vacuum motor. And so there you go. There's the recovery tank with the 3-stage motor. And one thing I did notice is when I pulled off the stack, I guess we'll call that, I was able to look into the motor from the top, and I could see that the impeller blades, there's no corrosion on there, so that's a really good sign. You don't want to be seeing any corrosion on your vacuum, inside your vacuum motor, and that shouldn't be happening as long as you're not overfilling it or sucking water through the motor. That shouldn't be happening, obviously. But I did also want to take a look at the carbon brushes, because carbon brushes is the number one thing that wears on these motors, and they will wear down. But I was able to carefully pop off the cap. It's easy to do again, and I was able to pull out carefully one of the carbon brushes, and there's lots of life left there. I'd say that there's maybe more than half of carbon brush left, so the motor's in really healthy shape. So that's a 3-stage motor, by the way. Good power. So anyway, once we've got the tank out of the way, then getting at the pump, and then the heater is actually here as well. It's actually pretty darn easy. So now I'm going to show you how it goes in there. The new pump, that is. We're going to put it on here. I've got this nice little device that actually turns out that it works perfectly well. And so I'll put this one in here for a sec. This is where the pump mounts, right here. There's 2 bolts, so we'll just putting it on there and on here. 2 nuts, and the head, of course, is right here. And then, but I've got to hook it up to there's the feed line. Oh no, pardon me, that's the feed line up into the heater, by the way. So So it'll actually be this one here, of course. So I'm going to pop this cap off of here. Now I've put my Teflon onto the fitting there, and this bolt right here is actually where a bunch of ground wires will be going on there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get this thing on here. This is a little bit tricky, but I think this is the only way to do it. I pulled it off this way. Make sure we don't cross thread it. That would be a disaster. So and obviously we don't want to have any leaks. I can see there's a, hang on a minute, I think there's a bit more slack here if I can, oh maybe not, there's a burn. Okay, it's going to be a bit of a challenge here. Oh boy. I guess what I could do, I may have to pull the heater out and then I can detach it and then put it all back in as one. Yeah, I don't want to mess around because it's obviously the most important thing of all when you're doing this, putting it all back together, is you don't want any leaks. A bit smaller. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, leaks is bad, so. I'm actually really quite impressed with the way this thing is put together. It's tight in here, but once you understand how to get at the, open it up there, then it's actually pretty easy. That's not hard to do, really. Okay, theoretically, that should now come out, right? Oh, no it won't. I don't know what I'm thinking. It is attached here, I forgot. Oh, shoot. Oh dear. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's, and I don't want to take that apart. I'm going to have to just do it the hard way. We'll put this back together. Darn it, I forgot about that. Okay. Oop. Oh, it's going to be a little bit awkward though. But theoretically it should be doable. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any easy way to do this here. If I can just get the threads going, then we're good. But it's just a little tricky. There is one way I could do it. I'd really rather not pull the head off, though. That runs the risk of causing leaks there, right? Well, we're going to take it off. I'll take this off first. Yeah, I'd rather not do this, but oh, it's a Torx. That's why I had the Torx here. Torx over here. Now, one thing to remember, which I'm going to show you in a sec, is there are different lengths. Oh, come on. Different lengths of screws here. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, that's a short one. I think this is a long one. Yep, a long one. Oh, interesting. A short one. The short ones, you can see they go here, and the long ones go into the body. So I guess it's actually kind of obvious. Interesting. I'm wondering why that blue is on there. length one. This will be a short one. And this will be a long one. Seems to me, although I don't know if you can still do this, but once upon a time, there's the diaphragm and everything. Once upon a time we were, I think we were able to buy rebuild kits for these. Maybe you still can, I don't know. Anyway, okay. So now we can attach this, right? Come on. Boy, where does it want to go in there? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's better. Okay, now we just put it back together. Starting with the short one. Oh, shoot, how did I manage that? Oh, of course. Oh, right. Yeah, okay, I get it. No problem. I'll put this together this way. That's the motor disconnecting from the actual pump head. Okay. Short one. Okay, so now we have one, two, there's only three? Oh, I guess there's only three. Yeah, only three that hold the head onto the motor. So it's just going to go into there. And you think, where am I going? Like that. Oh, yeah. Okay. And that one goes over here. Just cinch it up for now, and then I'll tighten everything up in a sec. I'll just show you how I'm kind of getting it back, and then the rest of it's pretty, gonna be pretty straightforward. Just hooking up the ground wire, the wires, there's ground wires that go into that bolt right there. And everything else is pretty straightforward, although I got a couple of wires that I had to cut, so I'll be reconnecting those. I got a connection for that. Okay, let's double check. Tight, 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 and tight. Okay. Now, then we've got our two demand switch is right here, and here's the other one. No, it's not it. It's right. Where'd it go? Nope, not that one. That's a ground. Where'd you go? Huh. Now there's two of them, and it actually doesn't matter which way they go. Are you serious? Did that thing come off? I believe it did. Oh dear. The bayonet came off. Well, yeah, you see we've got two wires for the switch right there. And no, here it is. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. This wire, right? Okay, yeah, this one goes to the common, or the power, pardon me, and that's on here. So, yeah, that's what had me threw me off for a minute there. So this is where we pump. Anyway, I'll figure it out. We'll get it back together in a minute. Okay, so now I just got to put the pump in place, hook up some wires, and I'm back in business, theoretically. But, yeah, I'll let you go, because I got to just focus on the rest of this. The rest of it's pretty straightforward, so it's just a matter of putting it back together now. So anyway, I'll let you go. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.